Hey guys, it's Bri. So I know I look a little crazy right now, but I'm super excited because today I am going to be doing a Bob Ross painting on my face. Ironically, I thought I had come up with an original idea. I was scrolling through Instagram, I follow a lot of art things, and I saw a little Bob Ross clip, and I said to my husband, babe, that's it. I've got my next video idea, and I don't think anybody's done it yet. I'm going to recreate a Bob Ross painting on my face. And he was like, that's cool, babe. But then I looked it up the next day, and it turns out that somehow I missed not only Nikki Tutorials, but James Charles, among many others, doing this same thing. So I guess I'm not as original as I thought, but that's okay. I'm a little nervous for this. I'm going to be using body paints, the Paradise palette by Mayron, and Bob Ross typically uses oil paints, or always uses oil paints, I believe. And the reason I have my face painted white is because he always does a whitewash on his canvas beforehand. Now, this is probably going to work much, much differently with this painting on my face because this is a body paint and it's already pretty much dried. Whereas the white oil paint lets you kind of flick things around and smudge some things, and it's a little bit more difficult to do that with these body paints. So I think I'm in for a ride on this one, but I love Bob Ross, and let's get started. The painting that I'll be recreating is from season 24, episode 1, and it is called Gray Mountain. I will put that right here. So this is hopefully our end result. We'll see how close I get. I've got good old Bob right in front of me showing me how to do this, and let's go. By the way, I literally stan Bob Ross. That man, woo, something magical, I'll tell you what.
And it's very easy to paint in this technique.
Is it, Bob? Is it easy to do this technique? Because I don't think when you made these you were thinking that people were gonna do stuff like this. Reflecting a little into the water. This better look like water by the time we're done. Don't let me down, Bob. Don't let me down today.
Time to get crazy. Let's go right into the bright red. Color, it just makes you feel good when you look at it.
Oh, I don't know, Bob. Now we're taking lavender and putting it on the top. I don't know. I mean, it looks beautiful, but I don't know. I'm so scared. He has a pretty bold little line going around here. Gonna make it look more purpley. It's not too bad, right?
Maybe in our world there lives, yep, you're right, just a happy little cloud.
Oh, happy little cloud. Okay, so if you've never watched Bob Ross before, let me tell you something. This man has such a soothing voice, and the way that he describes things is just so peaceful and just so, like, relaxing. He calls his clouds happy little clouds and happy little trees. Everything's just happy. And in Bob Ross's world, there are no mistakes, just happy accidents.
All we're doing here is just reflecting the colors from the sky into the water.
He's currently suggesting to rinse your brush with paint thinner. Don't do that if you're putting it on your face. Do not put paint thinner anywhere near your face. Don't put regular paint anywhere near your face. Make sure it's body safe paint and rinse it with water.
And we'll shake it off and just beat the devil up.
So one thing that I really love that he always says, when he goes to like rinse his brush out and then he like smacks it against his little easel to kind of get some of the excess water off, he always calls it beating the devil out of it. And I just love that. Like, it's just so funny coming from him. Like, if you have not watched a Bob Ross tutorial, pause this, go watch one, and then come back. Or finish watching this and then go watch one. So next he's moving into the mountains, and the colors that he uses are pretty much a combination to make a really dark blue.
Now, if we had a dry canvas, at this point you'd be in Agony City.
Honestly, that's kind of what it's like working with these body paints, and I don't disagree. I'm switching to a smaller brush so that I can have more control. So let's see. Guys, this is not easy. And I'm barely halfway done with his video, so get ready for a trip. Another range of mountains underneath it. I can't believe I didn't notice that. I mean, great. Another range of mountains. My man Bob makes this look so easy. I wonder if this would be easier with oil paint though. Kind of makes me like want to try it with oil paint. I'm hoping that when I add some other stuff later on, it kind of helps it a little bit because it's looking a little sad. Guys, I literally feel like this just looks like a bunch of blobs on my face. Oh no. Ugh. And the background colors started out so good. So I'm gonna hold it where they are and keep going and pray this starts to look a little better. Okay, so now we're making kind of like a tree line, and you just do that by like dabbing. These little strokes are gonna start to turn into reflections in the water. All right, so now we're bringing some green into it, which I think is starting to help a little bit.
This will create the illusion of a little water line. And let's have in our world some happy little evergreen trees.
Now we're tapping down with the same color on both sides to create some bushes, or as he says, wherever you want, because this is your decision. Now is when we're going in with those green colors, and he said because they are closer to the front, these colors should be brighter. This is starting to look better as we start to put in like finishing touches. It really starts to come all together at once. Now we're taking a dark green and stippling over those tree branches. Again, you want it to be darker than the bushes because they're further away. Now we're making some land underneath those bushes.
No pressure, just like putting snow on the mountain.
In case you forgot, there was pressure. Lots of it. But I'm not blaming Bob. Bob's a legend. Bri is just not a legend. Yet. One thing that he hasn't done that I am going to do is add a little bit of a highlight on that green up here. Nothing crazy, I just think that for mine, I don't have enough of a color difference and I need to make it a little bit more differentiated. All right, guys, so that is it for today's face painting. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It was actually really difficult doing this with the face paints. On my own at home, I actually do quite a bit of acrylic painting and I love painting. And I will say it is much, much easier to paint on a canvas than it is on your face. As always, let me give you a little bit of a close-up. I will say that because a face is rounded and a canvas is flat, I actually like the way that this looks better from the side angles than directly from the front. From the front you can't see those, which I think in this painting is a lot of where that really cute scenery comes into play, and you just don't get that looking at it straight on as well as you would if it were a flat stretched out canvas. So I'm jealous that Bob Ross can make this look so easy. And it actually takes so much more work, but he's literally an expert. And I had a lot of fun making this. If any of you try to recreate a Bob Ross painting on your face, tag me on Instagram at Brianna Eastman with one N. And as always, if you like this video, please click the thumbs up below and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you are notified every time I upload a video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.